Here are 3 reasons why story mode games are trash, bro. Number 1, zero replay value on the story mode game.
Stop. We're not doing this shit today on Soldier Boy's internet. You know, it's just always fascinating that people can talk shit when they don't know what they're talking about. I don't know anything about Civilization. I actually am not a big fan of strategy games. I'm not gonna sit here and shit on it and say it's boring because it's not just my cup of tea. Why can't we just say things are not our cup of tea? And also, nobody ever really bothers ball and gun players unless we're trying to push all on a different game or some shit like this. So what we're gonna do over here is go over your talking points as well as break down why you kind of don't really know what you're talking about and you should just be open to things. You mentioned after you beat a story mode game, there's nothing else to really do, which is just not true because you still have New Game Plus. You still have other areas you may not have been able to go into if you're playing an open world game. When you look at a more recent game that came out this year, like Silent Hill F, which you probably never heard of, but a lot of actually millions of people heard of because the game sold millions, that game takes a different approach by the more times you beat it, you get different endings. And also you get different bosses and different paths that you didn't originally get in your first playthrough. So that incentivized the player to keep playing the game, essentially. You also mentioned that in single player games, you're not going any real players, which, I mean, that's kind of the case where you have AI enemies. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little slow. Bro, if you were to fight somebody like a Simon, if you could even make it that far in Expedition, or a Radon, you would not be saying the same that you're saying. And you also use 2K and Madden as an example, which I'm gonna be real. People who play 2K and Madden, they barely even watch the sports that they represent. They don't play comp, they play the cheese. They play the cheese the game. They don't play fair at all, hardly. And throughout all that, you haven't mentioned one fighting game. Why is that? Is it because you know you'll get dropped off? Is it because you know you just can't press buttons and things magically happen in your favor? It's because you have to react and anticipate your opponent's move and actually think a little bit? Maybe we'll find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And your third talking point was, you know, we watch cutscenes a lot, which, I'm not gonna lie, some of those games, they most definitely be cutscene heavy. They damn near movies. But that just means to me that you don't really know how to articulate a story. And again, you don't have the patience to want to sit through it. You look at something like South of Midnight that also came out this year that you probably haven't heard of. That is a 9 or 8 hour-ish game, which has great pacing in it. Like, you're able to sit through the story. It's not too cutscene heavy. You're able to get back to the action. You're able to get lore throughout the game through some of the journal codices. I don't know, man. Maybe it's time to put the K in Madden down and actually go pick up a book.